right, good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Happy Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, testimonial Tuesday.
We're back.
Guys.
Yes, we
Did
are
you miss
back.
us yesterday?
Great.
I'm kind of off because I keep thinking today is Monday. Yeah, so I got to get used to
All good.
all good.
Schedule, but that little break is pretty good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You feel good.
Even though I ain't sit my butt down, so
No, I work all
we
day.
work. So that just gave us more time to keep working even longer than we were. So there you go.
That's the idea right now.
It legit was like, I think I finished working about 11:30 last night.
Time for what you got going
It
on.
was no different. Like I thought I was gonna go exercise. It started raining, so I was like,
Right.
oh well. And then I was like, I'm not going into the office today. I'm gonna work from home. About 10:30. Like, I think I'm gonna go into the office. I'm not getting no work done here. Then
That happens.
went to the office. I'm like, I'm going home. Went home, took a nap. I'm going back to the office.
Oh wow! So you just kept going back. Huh?
Like, I'm more productive there because I
Yeah.
don't have
This is
TV, I don't have the bed, I don't have anything. So it's
Yeah.
like, which is good. I
Yeah.
feel like I can't get any work done at home.
It's just too many.
It's work. I'm
in
just
your
like,
head.
oh, I'm gonna throw a load in. Oh, I should just okay. Then
We're
I
gonna
should
make this food over here
Yeah,
while you're doing this. So you're doing like
yeah.
110 things, but what you need.
what you supposed to be doing. Yeah.
So I understand.
Yes. So it looks like it's gonna rain for us.
Cloudy, and let me go on the actual day. Oh, precipitation. So it's going to be a high of 76, and let's see, it's going to it's going to rain from now until about 9ish, but it starts to after 3 p.m. it starts to decline.
Okay.
That's
Good. That's good. I gotta go to a wedding tonight, so that's good.
Right
Please
now
decline.
we're at an 82%, and then it's going down to 50, going back up to 78, and then down to 45. So yeah, so it's declining, and it also depends on like what part
Where
of the
you
day
are
you're in.
exactly. Yeah, it makes a difference. So. I had to learn that being in Florida.
Yeah, I remember Alabama. It used to be so crazy. It literally would be raining across the street.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's a South thing, yeah, because that doesn't happen up north. But I definitely have seen that here since I moved here, and I'm like, ooh, Lord.
Raining on the north side, but not the south side.
You know what was freaky for
that happens all
me?
the time.
I was driving over the Howard Franklin, and literally it was sunny on Tampa side, and as I kept driving over the bridge, I could see like the rain had literally, it was like a wall, and it was just like this, and it was sunny where I am, and I literally drove into the rain. It was kind of weird and freaky, especially when you're on the bridge, right? So, but I've seen that happen.
For real.
Yeah.
That's very true. So, all right, y'all. So today is a jury deliberation
Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
in the George Floyd murder trial. So I don't know how long it's going to take or what it's going to be.
Did you see the closing arguments?
Yeah,
No,
I
didn't.
didn't. I
I
heard
didn't see no
though. I
TV.
heard it was
I didn't get
bad.
to see it either.
Yeah, I
You
heard
said
it was
bad.
Yeah, because the defense tried to say he didn't murder him, and
And it's
he was
clear as
breathing
day.
because he was able to speak. It was just, I had to tune it out. I just heard those little points, and I was like, nope.
Ridiculous.
But you know they have to. I mean,
they
that's your
doing their
job
job. Yeah, they
to
doing their
defend.
job.
But I tell you this: they're deliberating. If they take a long time, that's not a good sign. I'm just saying, because it only takes one juror to be like, "Well," and then it's on and popping.
And that juror would get.
Right? Because see, if I was in that jury room,
I'll be like, listen here.
if I was in that jury room,
If you want to
let me holler at you. Let me holler at you right here, right in
If
this
you want to
closet.
have to deal with me after this for the rest of your life,
Yes, because I'm gonna stalk
say the
you.
wrong thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna stalk you.
For real.
I'm
I'ma
taking
stalk you.
pictures. I'm sure they can't have their camera though.
No, they can't have none of that. Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm mentally making a picture of your
That's
name,
right,
and
that's
I'm gonna have
right.
it all over everywhere.
Everywhere. Because this is crazy.
This is the one. That is gonna be plastered all over the community.
Right.
I hate watching these damn trials.
I don't watch it. I don't watch
Living
it.
back, you know, going back through these damn
The
memories
whole
and
thing,
you know, reliving these events.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
No, it's already traumatic.
It just brings back more anger.
It does. It
Yes.
does.
Especially, like, man, when I say I want to fight that defense lawyer,
He's
like,
doing his
I
job.
know
though.
it's his job, but
I
he
know.
is such a jerk.
Yeah, but he
He
got
doing his job.
He doing
Like,
his job.
I feel like just
That's
sometimes.
a police officer job. I mean, life on the line right now.
Well,
That's how they
Yeah,
look
but
at
not
it.
but not
this is
George
the-
Ford life.
But this is the thing,
Nope.
though. Not one cop that at least
None.
on the stand. I don't know what they saying out here,
Right.
But on the stand, not one cop has taken up for him.
Nope, not one.
Not one.
No
Not one. His
sergeant,
chief,
no
his sergeant.
lieutenant, nobody.
Excuse me. They brought. I didn't they even bring like people who train them, and they said we're not even trained. We don't even train our officers to do that.
And they brought people in from New York, other states,
Yes.
and you know NYPD is like
yeah.
the worst.
Yeah, but they
But-
even said that. Yeah, it was
not
wrong.
one person has taken up for him. So if he gets off, y'all, I'm going in lockdown in my own house.
It's not gonna be good. Let's just say that
You going loud on lockdown?
In my own house, yes.
because it ain't gonna be good.
You think it's gonna be an uproar,
Yes.
riots?
Yes.
If they know like how I'm feeling right now, they need to give that man some time and let's move on.
They need to just throw the
Because if
book
they
at him.
don't,
And the thing is, now the defense, I mean, not the defense, the prosecution, they're smart because, like, they learned from previous trials. They hit them with, like, 3 or 4 different charges.
yes,
Like,
they
if
got
we
all the
can't get 'em with
manslaughter.
this,
Yes,
we gonna get
yes.
them with this.
And
If
that
we
was
can't get 'em
smart.
with this, we gonna get them with this. And that's where they went wrong with the Trayvon Martin trial. Because
It
I
was
think they
all
tried
or
to hit
nothing.
him with a second degree murder, but I think it really should have been third or manslaughter, just based on the definition.
Right.
Right.
They didn't.
And
They didn't put enough charges.
And so the jury, their whole thing is, oh well, you know, based on what the charges are, we could not convict him.
Right.
And I'd be like, look, I don't care.
Right. So they were smart by putting all of it on the table because
Yeah.
it's like, okay, if we can get you to agree on first degree, okay, what about second degree? Can't you? Well, manslaughter. So it's like, okay, you got a plethora of charges you can just plug in. So let's just be in prayer that they're gonna make the right decision. Because I can't see how you can say
Yeah, you
that.
can't go left.
Yeah.
Ooh, Chris Cuomo. See, this is why I like Chris Cuomo.
What he did?
He said police reform will not happen until white people's kids start getting killed.
Yep, and he right.
You better come through, brother.
He's right though. I mean, come on now.
That's when they're gonna make a stand. Like,
I mean,
like
there's more uproar
opioids.
over 6 women dying from the vaccine out of 6 million, right? And you know that there's a chance when you get this vaccine, you know this, but it's more of we pulling everything, we stopping the presses, don't you know? But you don't have that kind of same energy when a young boy just got shot the other day. What was his name? Dwayne Dante.
Dante, right? And then apparently Adam Toledo. I don't even know that
Who is Adam? It's so many you can't keep up.
Oh, it was a Hispanic guy. Oh, 13-year-old.
Yeah, they're getting younger and younger.
A 13-year-old Mexican American boy was shot and killed by Chicago Police Department officer Eric Stillman.
Oh no.
That's so horrible. So that was March 29th. Like, this is just ridiculous.
It makes
man.
no sense because when you see the videos of violent white people being arrested, they
Capitol.
they go above and beyond to take them in without harming
The
them.
Capitol.
Oh yeah. But did you hear about DeSantis writing in this anti-riot law yesterday? You know, and I'm like, who was rioting? Who was scaling walls in the nation's capital? But you worrying about us in the street protesting, you know. And granted, yes, there was some rioting. We all know that, and some of them wasn't even us.
Okay.
Who was
So
it?
yes, there
You
was
know.
rioting. Black Lives Matter. You know, when the protests were happening, there were some people that were rioting, but it was not black people.
No.
It was like undercover police officers,
Antifa, all
and
them.
all those people. No, it wasn't Antifa.
No.
Antifa isn't bad. Antifa is good.
Well, they keep making like
it's
Antifa
not.
every time you turn around.
Antifa's not bad. We actually did a thing on it earlier this summer, and it's not even an organization.
I know, but that's how they do it.
No, it wasn't Antifa. It's another one. Oh man, it's something about cops, but it's like a acronym. And I remember when I was in Tampa, there was a bunch of white people wearing the shirts and walking around saying
With the flag and the blue.
I can't think of it. I can't think of the name, but it starts with an A. And they're like walking around, and I was like, "What does that mean?"
Oh, okay.
And so they're like, "Well, they were like nice, but I feel like they were the ones tearing stuff up."
Yeah.
And so then everybody's like, "Oh, it's the black people tearing stuff up." No, granted, the way we did that Wendy's in Atlanta, we did
that was
that.
pretty bad.
We
That
did
was pretty bad.
okay?
Yeah.
And nobody's gonna deny we did that one. But the difference is, we did not attack the Capitol. We did not threaten Congress
And Capitol Police. I mean, people died out of that.
Like,
Ain't
that's
you
the
don't
crazy
hear that?
part.
You don't hear that when we protesting. Ain't no cops and people getting killed.
Also, they said 420 people have been charged in the Capitol insurrection. They need to put all their faces on
They
the
won't.
TV.
They
They did put their
the
name.
the only one they showed was the one that was vegan, and he was in the
Vegan.
and they had a nerve to prepare him a special
Vegan food.
meal.
Yes.
Yes, that's why I said if it was us, we would be in there starving. They'd have been like, "Oh, we don't give a
They
two.
catered
You
to
better
his
eat
veganism,
that
ain't they?
cracker and shut up and sit down somewhere."
And food.
Yeah, that's his attorney was going to the courts talking about some. They have to. He has dietary needs and stuff. That's what you call privilege. They don't give a crap about your dietary needs if you scaling the walls of the Capitol. Like, you have no rights, sir. You lost them.
They do have rights. They're white.
Yeah, they have rights.
They got rights. So have you guys seen that new movie, Them? That new series?
I've heard of it,
I
but I
refuse
haven't
to
seen
watch
it.
it.
I have not seen it.
Nobody's seen it yet?
My daughter saw it.
I looked at it.
Oh
It
my
was pretty
God.
good. I liked it. It was pretty good. It
Man.
make you
I
mad.
thought it was a movie, but I
it's a
found it was a
series.
series.
10 episodes to this stuff, man.
Season
I
2
refuse
coming
Is there
to
going to be a
watch
season
it.
2?
It is.
Oh, Lord.
It is.
I ain't ready, y'all.
It's deep, man.
It is. It
deep.
really is.
It's
I
deep
saw
as hell.
somebody did share
When I
one
tell
of the
you-
parts of the show where the black lady was walking up the sidewalk with her daughter,
That
and the
is
lady
so
came
messed up.
flying
You know
out
what
the
I'm saying?
off saying, "When you need to clean this up," and then she called her the N word. And she told her daughter to stay on the porch. I don't know what episode this is. And she
Lordy.
walked back to her and she
Slapped her.
backhand her like I was
Oh, the
like,
black
I would have did the
lady
same
hit
Yeah, she
thing.
said,
Yes, she did.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
but
like,
if y'all watch that movie, man, y'all are
Serious.
going to really
Yeah, see how nasty them
see how, the world, is
we
put
already
together.
know.
We already know. Like,
We
it's like the
living it.
movie
We living it
Annabelle.
like
See it like in
talking
that
about-
50
talking about
setting
it.
like that.
So it happened in California, Compton, California.
Wait, so this is based on a true story?
Yeah.
Stop it. I
So
thought somebody
it-
made
it's-
that up.
So it's I don't think it's really based on a true story.
But it's
I think
like-
it's based on the
Happening events.
Yeah, the events that were going on in the
In that
50s,
era.
Yeah, in the 50s.
in the 60s.
And it was crazy that it was Compton.
Right.
You know how it looked.
Right. So Compton was all white.
Yeah, it was the suburbs.
Oh,
Suburb.
yes.
So majority of the black
I call them
neighborhoods
dog
We're in the
houses.
city.
were suburbs.
Yes, it was.
First.
Like, they,
But then they black families start moving in because they wanted
They
to
touched
get
on
away.
redlining.
Yeah.
I
But
was like,
even
Just on
when the black
everything.
families moved in, it still was really nice. It wasn't
It
until
was.
drugs came in, and then that
Yeah.
changed everything. But
It
like,
wasn't,
changed.
it wasn't even about drugs. It was about color of skin.
basically.
no, but
No,
still,
I'm talking about
Meaning
oh,
that
I'm not talking about
Systematic-
that movie.
She's talking about-
I'm not
Systematic
talking
racism.
about, no, I'm not talking about the movie. There's actually a whole documentary. It's like four parts. It came on History Channel or something, and it's narrated by The Game. So when Straight Outta Compton came out, they did a whole 4-part series on the history of Compton. It was really
Well, this-
good.
Yeah, this is before the drugs thing. This is
Yeah,
just
no,
straight-
this is when Compton was because Compton used to be a nice black neighborhood. Like once the white people moved out, black people moved in, it became like an upper middle class black neighborhood.
To the drugs.
But yeah, you gotta watch it. It's really good. It really is. Like I said,
Yeah, my
based in the
daughter's
50s.
watching.
And what that is?
I don't know. It's not my fault.
It's gotta be this one here.
I don't know. It ain't me.
It is you.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
That's weird.
It's not.
Ain't nobody phone going on.
Are we being hacked?
You know they always watching.
What's up? Probably because my comment show took it down off Facebook. When
Yeah,
I
my
said when I was
comments
talking about.
Yeah,
about
you
that
told me about that, and they just snatched it right off Facebook. Say you in violation of whatever code they done made up that never existed until it existed.
Right.
Okay, really? Y'all
But
just
yeah,
made that
it's
up.
really interesting. I can't remember the name of the documentary, but you should go watch it. I learned a lot. It really talked about like from the beginning, the transition, and then it also talked about like of course the gangs. And this and that and that.
Yeah.
But it just like kind of viewed Compton, and I think in like 3 or 4 parts. But it was really good.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I suggest people watch them, and it shows you how like stuff we had to take just to go to work and endure all that.
I mean, no different
In
from
that
them.
nice neighborhood, that was ridiculous.
The way that those people, torture them people. But what happened was, when they got the contract to get the crib, what was?
Yeah, that little piece down there to the bottom. Everybody like, what does this mean?
Yeah.
Talking about
So they make it. They make
Negro
the
blood.
cover look. They make the cover. I mean, they make the preview look like it's scary.
It's a
Like
horror
it's
flick.
like demons and ghosts and
Yes,
possessions.
that's
and
what
stuff.
it is. That's what it is. It's
Oh.
like that. That's what it's about.
It's
Yeah.
just you know
That's
how
what the
us
preview
was.
looked like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know
I
how
loved
us
Us.
was. It was
Yeah.
like
Sorta
suspenseful,
like-
a little scary,
Yeah.
a little thing. It's like that.
But see,
It's
us
like us.
because they made us look like it was like demons and stuff. But then when I actually watched it, us was hilarious to me. I
You
was
was saying
cracking
that.
up laughing.
You must have been on that wine like you like to drink. You had to be on wine talking about us
No,
was funny.
us was funny.
Yes, you
and I
was.
was with one of my friends, and we
On
was in
wine.
that movie cracking up. I
What
don't
y'all
know.
had to drink?
Nothing.
Wine.
He said wine.
We were in the movie cracking
Come on,
up
nothing.
because those type of movies, that type of stuff make me laugh. Scary movies make me laugh. It's just the demon and ghost stuff I can't do. But other movies like Jason and Freddy Krueger and stuff like that, I always used to laugh at that
that's not
stuff.
real, yeah.
So us,
The possessions and stuff like that.
yes, that's the stuff I don't like. But us made me crack up. And I was like, why am I laughing so hard at this movie? This is not supposed to be funny.
But they went so far to get those people out the neighborhood. They hung those dolls up in front of their house. They just rolled all over their lawn.
So
They
let me
wrote-
ask
they
you
put-
this: is them more like what's that other one?
Get Out?
No,
I kind of remind me of that too. You know,
I wonder if
People
it's
thought that
them,
was Jordan Peele that wrote it though.
them.
the way
They
it
did say
is,
it
I
was.
thought
Yeah,
it was.
because if there's a us and a them, right?
I
But
thought it
is
was.
it like the other one?
think it was the us people
Craft,
that wrote it.
Craft Country,
Love-
Cat.
Love-
Is it like
It
that?
it gets you
Some-
a little bit. It's like all of them
Yeah.
into one a little bit. Just
No, I won't say it's like Lovecraft Country.
where the
Lovecraft
racism part.
Because they got-
Country. I had to
they
stop
got-
watching that.
They
the
got
racism part. You gonna have to stop watching this too.
They got
But
ghost
don't.
shit.
But don't. It's
they got in Lovecraft they got ghosts and all that stuff.
Yeah,
coming
that's
out.
what I said. Do they
And
have
this one they
ghosts and
have
stuff
no,
there?
they
got
just
a
got
ghost in
demons.
this one?
Just demons in this.
Oh, well, I don't do demons either.
Yeah, this one just demons.
you know when they go and tell you how the man in the black hat came to be.
Yeah,
They
but-
had a whole episode on that.
Yeah, but it wasn't really the ghost. It was just actual the devil himself in the form of other, the
that
little
man?
boy.
Oh no!
Well,
no,
the
no.
man
No,
talk-
I'm good.
No,
I
the little
gotta
boy.
watch that one.
Remember, at the pastor ended up going into the fire, and then the little boy.
Yeah.
He
What
had-
movie
they
are
had
y'all
them-
talking about?
They had them burnt. They had them
The
burnt
one
the two,
that DJ put
the couple.
Yeah, the two. Yeah,
The pastor had done, got so dehydrated out there in the desert, right?
Yeah.
He started-
What movie is this?
It's them.
It's the show.
Oh, y'all talking about the show? Okay, no wonder I don't know what y'all talking
I
about.
refuse to
So they
watch
was
it.
getting, so they got burned in the church, right? Yeah. And
Why
then
y'all tell them all this
Don't
stuff?
tell
Like,
it.
the
I mean,
people
I
ain't
might want to
seen it.
watch
Okay,
it.
watch
y'all didn't want to watch the movie with the
Why-
demons
No,
in it.
I don't have a problem watching a movie with. I don't have a problem
Oh
with it.
well,
Watch it,
listen,
then.
man.
I
Ain't
like
gonna say
scary
nothing no
movies.
more.
Like I thrive on them.
And then how the lady, the mom and the baby got.
I know.
Oh my
Okay,
God. So,
all right.
Look,
Next,
y'all gonna really be mad when y'all see this. So we're gonna talk about this
it
later on.
does remind me of the movie. Did y'all see the movie Annabelle?
No, I did.
No.
I heard it was
Same.
good though.
It ain't like that.
Okay, but
I didn't see
because Annabelle
I didn't
is
see that.
set in modern times, but then it's like they're like kidnapping people and
No, they ain't kidding.
taking them into like a slavery situation.
Yes,
Gotcha,
I heard
gotcha.
about
It's
it.
like
Gotcha.
2021.
Yeah.
But they're at like the high class, restaurants and this and that, and then next thing another lady wake up and she wake up as a slave.
Now, was it time travel or they actually was doing something and then?
It's,
Okay.
It's not time travel.
Okay.
It's basically I don't want to give it away, but just watch it.
Yeah.
No, have anybody seen Wayward
watch
Pine yet?
Wayward Pine. I've
Is
seen
that
I've
Terrence
seen that.
Howard?
Yes, yeah.
I have.
Y'all gotta see
that. Was next level crazy.
That's a good one though. It's good though.
It came out a while ago.
Yeah, I'm
like
just not learning. My daughter was telling me about it.
Yeah,
my
because
daughter
he
just
was
told me about it.
he was they were doing the show. What's the show with him and Tahaji Empire?
Yeah.
Okay,
And like
okay.
this was like when he was on a hiatus, I think, and he did this movie.
Yeah.
And I was like,
It's
oh,
a
this some
series,
next
too.
level crazy right
it
here.
Got 2 seasons now, but you guys.
Oh,
gotta
I don't know
watch
if I
it.
saw the second season.
Yeah, it got a second season. It's on Hulu. You
Okay,
guys gotta watch
Wayward
it.
Pines, y'all.
That's a good one. It really is.
Wayward
Now I'm looking
Pine.
at this. I'm looking at
That's
the
a good one.
preview. These little things look
Yes,
like aliens.
I love horror too.
Vampire.
Me too.
I love it. I love it. I love all that.
Listen,
all that.
y'all gotta
Everything.
watch it. Y'all
Everything.
gotta watch it. So watch it, people. Wayward Pines.
I used
Okay.
to love it, but my spirit just be too heightened.
Yeah.
I can't.
And some people can't really do it. Like, I love it. I mean, there's a show out. It's not out right now, but look it up. It's on Hulu too. It's called Evil.
Yes, I love
Oh,
Evil too.
another good show. That's
I like
another
watching
good
that one.
show.
I can't.
But we
wait
gotta
to-
go on break, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all. We'll be
All right, we'll be back.
You're listening to Power Plug Radio, home of your throwback jams.
I can do like slapstick horror, slasher horror. Yeah, but possessions and demons are. Let me tell you, I was all into Lovecraft Country.
Crypto.com Visa card, a metal card, powered by crypto.
You're listening to Power Plug Radio. Home of your throwback jams.
And we are back on Power Plug Radio in the morning, talking
Still
about
talking
scary
about
demons and devils
Yeah, man.
and conjurings and all these things. And
It
people
is.
and people, watch these movies and have nightmares and get scared and all this stuff. But your imagination will take you all types of places where you probably already been in your head. You know what I'm saying?
So I beg to differ. I don't believe that is imagination. I believe this stuff is real, and I believe when we say, like, from a spiritual standpoint, what they say, the warfare is not physical; it's a spiritual thing. Mm-hmm. And so, to me, I feel like the trick of the enemy is to make us to trivialize possession and make it feel like or seem like it's not a big deal. This is just child's play. It's Halloween. It's all these different things, and that is not true, in my opinion. So, everybody can believe what they want to believe, but you have to be very cautious and cognizant of what you watch and what you allow into your consciousness. Mm-hmm. I don't even like to watch live TV because when I see those commercials and stuff for those type of things, I just change it because I'm like, you ain't about to drop nothing off in my house. And so
That's how my grandmother. That's how my grandmother was. She was like that.
The shows like the movies
Yeah,
like
she
The
used to.
Grudge and
Yeah,
this and
she
that,
used to
and
say you don't let those spirits.
Nope.
If you watch certain things, you letting certain spirits in your home.
Yep. And then even I don't have a TV in my room. I stopped sleeping with the TV on years ago because what happens is a lot of that stuff comes on at night. And when you are sleeping, you are the most vulnerable to any type of demonic possession or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And so when you're like leaving those things on, like even if you had kids, for instance, and your children watch TV, like fall asleep with TV on, but you don't put it on like a Christian channel or something that isn't going to be showing those different things, your kids will probably have nightmares. They probably wake up screaming and yelling and stuff because those things get into your subconscious mind. We are very easily like influenced when we're sleeping. We're very vulnerable.
Very vulnerable. That is true.
And so you have to really protect yourself and not allow those things. So if you like to have sound or hear things while you're sleeping, be cautious of what you're putting on as you're trying to go to sleep.
This is true.
My sons used to do that. I used to sleep with it, and I would get up and turn TV off. Yeah, because I don't know what they were watching prior to. And then I'm a true believer that your brain is like a computer, and it will function to the highest level if you give it rest. And when you have music and sound and TV and all that in the background, your brain is still trying to process what it's hearing in your subconscious. Because even though you're not consciously awake, your subconscious is still awake. And I just feel like that messes with you. Don't rest. You don't rest your brain. That's why some people wake up and they're tired. They don't feel like they got any sleep because their brain was working in the background trying to process what it was hearing. So if you have to hear something while you're asleep, like for me, I don't like to hear noise. It has to be pitch black, cold, dark, no noise. So I know that I can't control the noise part. So I have a fan that has that, that just like that little light hum where that just blocks out all that outside noise and I can actually sleep. So try it. I tell people that all the time, when they say, oh my God, I'm just so tired. I'm like, do you sleep with the TV on? Do you sleep with music on? Do you have lights on? Is there a lot of that ambient light too? Like your clock, and your cell phone. Y'all got to be careful with the cell phones. Yeah. They don't need to be close to your bed or because that's waves just going through your house and your mind. And you got to shut that crap off and let your brain rest. And that's what I try to tell people. Like, if you're not resting, what are you doing? How do you sleep? Do you have lights on? Do you have this? It's too much. Your senses are bing, 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 bing. You're not resting.
I like total darkness.
I do this. Gotta be dark.
Thank God for the blackout curtains.
Yes, I got those.
Total darkness, total silence. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to see nothing. And like any little light, like when I go to the hotel,
Oh my gosh.
and they have that clock, I always dim it all the way down till I see nothing, because
Right.
it's like the one little annoying thing. And I hate hotels where the floor, the door doesn't go all the way down to
Yeah,
the
and that
floor.
little crack of light come
Oh
in.
my
I put a
gosh.
towel. I put a towel underneath there.
That drives me crazy.
Look at Antonio. He like, these women crazy.
That drives me nuts. I mean, that will.
You gotta
ruin
put
my
a
whole
towel. You
day.
gotta put a
are you
towel.
listening to this crap?
You gotta put a towel
Are you
underneath the
listening
crack.
to this? What annoys
Yeah.
women?
Them, it just
This stuff
No.
annoys
No,
women.
it's
though.
not a men or woman thing. It's
No.
a preference
No.
of people.
The people
so
that
it's
are-
not
the-
annoying.
I'm
People
sure
that
there's
in
some
here right
men
now-
that
Do
are
for
like that
yourself.
too.
The people that's in here right now are women, so I'm talking about y'all. Y'all hear this, man? These women are talking about
Once
this
again,
stuff that
it's
annoys
not
them.
a gender specific thing.
No, it's
Right.
not.
It's just
Men
a
like
thing.
Hey,
total
listen.
darkness.
Yes.
Look, man. We can
You
sleep
don't
in-
like
we
it
can-
dark when
I
you
can
go
sleep in
sleep?
here- I can sleep here right now. Go to sleep. Close my eyes.
Well, some
Out of
people,
bed.
but some people are gifted to be able to do like when
you
my
out of
son was
bed-
growing up, he could fall asleep in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah, like
I'm serious. Like when he was a baby, if he was on the floor playing with toys and it's 8:00, bloop,
gone.
It's
He out.
circadian rhythm.
he's out.
It's just like,
It's
you
a
know, in
circadian
school,
rhythm.
I could never, I don't know how people can fall asleep in class. I could
No,
never
it's
do
too
that.
much going on for me.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie now.
I couldn't.
That's
Yeah, I know.
the head down.
Now I can't sleep in
You can do
church
that?
though. That has happened.
See what I'm saying? You
When it
definitely
get
can fall
quiet
asleep in
after
church.
after praise and worship and the pastor get up there, he start preaching.
Oh, you go to sleep on
Oh,
him.
not all the time, but there
Well,
has
you
been
be like,
times
that's
when
nothing
you're
but
like,
the devil.
you just sitting there, and you're like,
at least you know you're going to sleep and you sleeping while the word being played.
well, hey,
Hey.
but I
But
will
then
shift.
you wake up as
You're
soon as he
self-conscious.
finished.
No, but I
I'm
shift.
Like, that's nothing but the devil.
No, I don't sleep
always
the whole. I
be-
just nod, and then I'm like, okay, Tanya. Then I
Yeah, but
shift my body,
You
drink
still
some
sucking
water.
it all in. You're
Cause
self-conscious.
it's quiet, it's cool, the lights are dim, and he's talking.
The lights
and
dim
it's
at
like,
church?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
church, the lights are
Yeah,
very
when the
low.
preacher's speaking,
Yeah, they do
Well,
go dim.
the
They
whole
cut the
service.
a little
lights
bit
down and then put a
because
spotlight
they
on the
have because they have the screens
Yeah.
with the with the scripture, and then like our church sometimes they play a video before they. I mean, it's
Oh,
just.
Yeah.
PCC, they
Oh,
do
it's
that.
PCC,
That
you
video.
know it's PCC. It's a whole production. So is Courageous Church. It's a whole. It's a whole production.
Oh.
So
You
it's
knew what
like
time it was.
it's
Oh,
always
we tryna-
my church lights are low. The sanctuary is low. You walk in, it's low. The smoke is going.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, and
It's
all
very
that.
relaxing.
Yeah, it's very relaxing, and
know.
it be cold as I don't know what in there.
And you definitely want to go to sleep in a cold church.
My dog say he can tap out right here,
Yeah,
right
right
now.
now.
See what I'm
Church is
saying?
an
Right
easy
here.
nap.
Right now.
Let me tell you, like
I wish
at-
I could do that.
As a
I
kid,
can tap out,
it used
right.
to
Good morning,
be,
Royce.
you know, you worshiping. Soon as pastor start preaching, you be,
I know a lot of people like that though.
and then
My
they
cousin
start
used to do
praising,
that.
You be like, oh, that was a good.
I was like, you ain't hear none of that.
You know, it's so crazy how, you know, at nighttime,
You
sometimes
ain't
when you
no-
read the
Uh-huh.
word a little bit, you can start to get
Oh yeah, I do
tired.
that.
the
I do
devil.
that. I
That's
do
what they
that.
say.
Yeah.
That's what they
It
say.
ain't nothing but the devil. You go to
That's what
sleep
they
as soon
say.
as the word comes.
Yeah, but you could be up for hours watching, looking at Facebook and then videos and Instagram, and
you open your Bible, you
then you sleepy. Yup.
That's because your eyes got to slow down.
every-
From all that scrolling you be doing.
Oh,
your
yeah,
eyes
because I'm
slow
like
down
that
to the
too. I
speed
wake up
limit.
early and I read my scripture and I read my plans and stuff. And sometimes I fall asleep. But you know what? Whenever I feel like I'm
Sometimes I fall
sleepy,
asleep. Look at it.
I hit the play button and let it play.
And then what?
So if I fall asleep, I'm still
Listen
hearing
to the
something.
word.
So it ain't no different in church. You can go to sleep in church. You can go to sleep in church. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm not a
I
super
recommend
public
reading the
person,
word
boy.
in the morning.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, grab you some coffee.
Yeah, you got to get out the
Sit
bed
down
though.
and
You can't be in the bed. Mm-mm.
Child, you could do it. You could be
Man.
on Facebook all day.
Yeah.
And as soon as you pull out the word, you be
You're tired.
like,
Yeah.
oh, what happened?
Because I mean, it's definitely we have to understand what videos and Facebook and all that stuff that's stimulating a certain sensor in your brain. So that's easy, right? But when you have to read and digest and pray
a
and
lot on the brain.
process, you will get sleepy because there's not stuff coming at you. You know, you got to really mentally focus on what you're reading, and I think that's the problem. So you got to get out the bed because that's what I had to.
Yeah, I like
I be in the bed, then I mean,
Exactly. I like using the SOAP method because you read small
Yeah.
small amounts. So that's another thing. I think when we be like, oh, we got to read the word, we try to read it like we read a regular book.
No, it's not.
And you're not
can't do
even
that.
really taking in what it's saying.
You're just reading.
Yeah, so you're supposed to do it in little small pieces. So like, I noticed even like when my pastor would give us scripture, if it was like 1 to 13 verses or 15 verses, I could digest it. But when she would give us like 1 to 30, so I'd be like, okay, this is too much. But if you do it in smaller verses, and then you like, you put what you observed in the verse, then you write how it applies for your life, and then you write a prayer. To me, doing it in those little small pieces
it's easier.
is much more. It's
and you
easier.
Digest it
Exactly, and you actually remember what you read. When you try to read it like you're reading a book,
No,
you don't you miss everything.
yeah, you do.
Because there's a lot
here,
of
man.
symbolism in that thing.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Look here, man.
What you got?
If you can get you some rest any damn way you can, if you got to be at church service for them 6 hours, the pastor got y'all.
6 hours? What church you go to?
Ain't that no 6
Yeah,
hours?
Look at that.
Our service is an hour and a half at
That y'all
Courageous
have
Church.
6 hours of
6
service.
hours.
I don't know what
Oh,
church
yeah.
you attending.
Oh,
sir,
yeah.
but we're
Oh,
not
yeah.
in church 6 hours.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
Our church
These
is an
churches
hour
be
and a
lasting
half.
for 6
That
hours.
ain't the church I go to.
Oh, yeah.
I do recall, and my mom used to usher. I had to go to 2 services.
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh yeah.
different.
Oh, yeah.
though.
Sunday school,
It is it?
we in the morning
It's different
service.
because it's
Sunday
two
school,
services
then
and
the
you're there
main
from the
service.
beginning to the end. Yeah, but if you just going to church, no, you're not just going to church for 6 hours.
No.
Even when I serve, I'm not 6 hours at church.
You ain't 6 hours at church.
No.
Okay.
Now, maybe it's the type of church. Now, if it's Pentecostal and they got to be hooping and hollering
They
and
gonna
running
be,
around.
yes.
And remember back in the day when they used
They
to
gonna
shut
wait
the doors?
till the last person is done.
They used to shut the doors. Yeah.
Yes, they would shut the door and they be like,
Nope.
Right.
You couldn't leave,
You could
man.
not.
I'm going to tell you.
You could not.
That security was serious.
Right.
You wasn't leaving that church.
I remember.
Them 2 times you can't leave: communion and when it's shouting.
And when the pastor
Oh, when
speaking,
the doors
you
of
better
the
not
church-
try.
the
You
doors
better
of the
not
church-
try to leave the church when the
open.
pastor
I
start
remember
talking.
one time the pastor was like,
Hey, you
I
going like
dare
this.
you to walk out on God. This lady
Oh,
kept
what?
walking. She's like, I'm going to keep walking. She done fell down on the floor. I said,
no.
See, God don't like ugly.
told you.
Yeah.
Told you.
The devil put her down there.
That's bad.
That
Come here, girl. I'm
No,
gonna show you.
It was because they were like, when the spirit is moving,
They don't
in
want
that
you.
moment.
They don't want
Yeah,
you.
they
They don't want people walking around.
When the
and then,
spirit is moving.
if people,
And they want the
Doors
doors
closed.
closed.
Like,
When
they
they
don't
preaching,
Yeah.
they preaching.
and so, or like when
They
they're
just be losing
inviting
their
someone
groove.
to come back to the Lord or to the Lord or to whatever. They don't want the distraction of people up and moving around.
Right.
Disturbing that connection.
Yeah,
and stuff
because
like that.
some person, they could be like, okay,
Feeling
I'm
it.
going today,
Right,
and then
right.
they see
They get a
somebody
distraction
walking
and
away,
then they.
and then
It's
that's
over.
That's it,
That
yeah.
moment is over.
It's over. So yeah, man, you gotta sit your butt down.
Sit
Get
down.
to church on time.
And make sure you
That
and
part.
Sit your butt down.
That part.
can't stop people from having to pee.
You better
Well,
use
yeah,
just
but
listen,
be
just like
strategic about when
when
you
you
gotta
get
go
on
to the
that
bathroom.
plane and between sitting in the waiting to get on and when they say buckle fasten your seatbelt, you best to go to the bathroom before you get on this plane. Like I don't get on the plane without using the bathroom before I get on the plane because I know
Yes.
they ain't gonna let me get up and go to the bathroom. So
don't let
you
it
do
be
the
so-
same thing at church. You go before you get up in there.
Exactly.
Right.
And don't let it be some turbulence, because you're gonna pee on yourself.
That's right.
Listen.
Because they not gonna they about to hold you hostage in that
You
seat.
ain't
Oh, no.
moving. Even
Oh, no.
when you taxi to your gate and they say, "Oh, it's a delay,"
Oh, no.
they don't let you get up and go to the bathroom then either.
No.
So hey,
don't
if you
be
can
jumping on the
if you can
plane.
hold it on the plane because you want to go to Puerto Rico or
And they-
whatever, you
listen,
can hold it in
and
church.
They give you signs with a pastor about to preach.
Yes,
You
they
know,
do.
The piano man come sit down with everybody.
Nah, don't play. You know after
Look, they give you
after the announcements, right?
Nina said church announcements are a whole other sermon.
That's right.
Man, now
You
that
better.
used to get on my nerves. That one deacon get up and they be like, and on Friday,
No,
It's the French fry.
That prayer. You know that long prayer.
Oh yeah,
That's a nap right there.
now that is a nap.
That's a nap.
Well, that's why you tired when
What
the
about them-
when the pastor get
that
up there, because
altar
you've been
prayer?
standing up, you've been praising, you've been shouting.
That altar
You
prayer.
You should
is
have to go over to
long.
the bathroom by now.
All right, y'all. With that, we got to go.
Oh, my God, again?
Back at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
After all that shaking.
You're listening to Power Plug Radio. Yeah. home of your throwback jams.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Anybody got a Ring doorbell at the crib?
I do.
Oh man, these goddamn Ring doorbells be aggravating the hell out of me.
Why are they aggravated?
Well,
They sensitive.
it's very sensitive, man. I see every damn thing.
Why are they aggravated?
Ding ding.
See,
Well,
you see the squirrels
I mean, look, man,
bouncing off the roof.
the wind blow and the leaves fall on my damn porch.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but it's good.
It's good.
I
It's
like
good.
it.
You just
You know what
have
I'm
to-
saying? I like it, but at the same
It's a
time,
lot.
notification. Cut that damn notification thing off, y'all. Cut the sound
you
off.
can't keep track if you cut it off.
Cut the sound
Oh
off,
my
boy.
lord! Or the song,
At least the
sound.
sound.
The
Yeah.
sound. Yeah, you got to get notified.
Cut that sound off, boy. Because
My
if
boy
you
ring
don't,
all the time.
oh have mercy.
Mm.
Ding ding.
I know your phone just be burning battery.
What?
A leaf, bing. A squirrel, wing.
From the damn
Gecko,
Ring doorbell.
wing.
Yeah, battery.
Ain't even rang the doorbell.
Ain't nobody even coming to the door. Ain't
You
nobody coming
got
to
wildlife setting off your ring.
Yeah, it's that sensitive.
It is sensitive.
It really
the door.
is.
Ain't
Yeah.
nobody coming to the door.
No, you can change it. You can change it to where
Sensitivity
it's
level.
people only.
Mm-hmm.
You
You
can
gonna have to.
change. You can change it to where it's people only. You can change it to where it's
Change the range of it.
yeah,
all
the
that.
range, because
Yeah.
you can make it to where it's only at a certain height. Like if you do it like this, I mean,
Yeah, it's
it's
gonna
blurred
hurt
or
everything,
anything.
yeah.
But you can change the motion, because if you have it where it notifies you every time, it kills the battery faster.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
What battery?
You do know
It
it's,
does
at
because you
some
got to
point.
charge it.
Yeah.
At some
the
point,
Ring
Oh
you-
no
has
no
a
no
battery.
no no! Mine's plugged up.
Oh, okay. So he doesn't have to worry about it.
Continuous.
I ain't got to worry
Plug
about
up.
that. Yeah, mine's plugged.
That's
up.
why ours is
Oh,
dead
okay.
right now.
Because you got
You
to
got
put it down
batteries.
and
But
charge
it
it.
holds
No,
the
no, no.
charge for a long time. I'm actually about to get the
That one out there.
Ring
I'm
Pro.
about to get the they have a solar pad.
Oh,
And you put the solar pad in, and the solar pad charges.
That's
Sorry,
it.
see,
We
that's what we
have
need right there,
we
them
have
batteries,
that
you know.
cameras all through the house. They're all solar pads, so we never have to take it down and charge or change the battery after so
Yes.
long.
Cameras
It's
in the
all-
house?
No, out on the
Oh.
perimeter of the
I
house.
don't
What
do
y'all
no
looking
cameras
at?
in the house. now.
We have cameras facing our door in the house.
Forgot
In
to
case
turn this one
somebody gets in, we can get a good just what he looked like when he rolled up
Right,
in here.
right.
But we don't have cameras in the house.
Oh, okay.
So on the outside.
I'm gonna say that's a freaky house.
No, ain't nothing freaky about my boring house. Trust me.
Oh, okay. Cameras
I
everywhere,
can't do
looking
no
at
cameras
everything.
in the hand.
No, man. Ain't nobody need to know your business.
Cameras in the Hamptons.
No.
Cameras in the Hamptons.
In the
Yeah.
Hamptons? Who is in the Hamptons?
Oh,
Business.
Hey, what my girl
Cameras.
say? That ain't my business. Can't do it. Don't worry about it. What you do in your house is your business.
Yep.
You pay bills.
Cameras.
It's your house.
I don't do the echo. I don't do none of that in the house. The office, I got the echo, but I don't care because that's why I can do my dance. I break. You know, I just be like, echo, turn on power.
It takes
play,
two.
and then whatever's on,
it
that's why I
takes two.
dance break. But other than that, ain't coming in my house.
Yeah.
I'm not big
Well-
on technology like that.
Well, you know, some sad news. You know,
What?
Black Rob passed away.
whoa!
Yeah.
We
Whoa.
we really don't know, and then we don't
It
know
go
how
like
he
that.
died.
Well, I thought they did say it was kidneys.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
okay because I didn't
He was
hear
battling
what
that
it
for a
was.
long
Oh, I
time,
see.
high blood
I
pressure.
see. He has some good music.
Yeah.
Should play it.
I don't
Is
remember.
he-
Whoa.
Special delivery.
That's
Special delivery. That's my jam.
yeah.
I
That's
like
when they
Whoa.
was Harlem shaking they behind them.
That's when it was hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diddy
And
was
then,
hot back then too.
Yeah. And what was
Oh,
the other
Lord.
one? What was his name? No, it was one of these artists that's lost now.
Ooh.
No, well, no. He
It's
won
a
on
lot.
too.
It's a lot of
It's
his
a lot.
artists
What's his
is
name?
lost.
D-Dot. What was his name? That
D-Dot.
same special delivery too.
I don't
No, let's look it up, y'all. Let's look it up.
It
Let's
was,
look it up.
and he MIA too. Like where he at?
She
Wait,
that.
who is
She
it?
that.
There
She
goes
that.
G-Dep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eat up.
Where
You know.
happened to
That special
them?
delivery is actually his song.
Special delivery. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want
G-Dep.
that. Special delivery. I need.
I like the
That's
Whoa.
another one of
I like
Diddy's
that one.
artists. Like
Girl, every artist he
What
had.
happened?
Okay, so the ones that got away from him, they're doing well. Your Ushers, your Marys, those people. But the ones that stayed under him, Total and 112,
Nobody.
the band and all of that.
Is the band? Why
Girl,
I need to know
we
where
don't
all
even,
of them.
yeah, he don't tell
Real
us.
special.
And they had Danity Kane had Day 26 and the band, and none of them.
None of them.
Right.
None of them. Day 26 probably was the most. Not Day 26.
Danity
Danity Kane
King. Yeah.
was the most successful. They had the other one, which is my song. What's the other one? Dirty. Not Dirty Money. Is it Dirty Money?
Yeah, the group.
Let's
There's three
Work.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah, Dirty Money. Is that what's called Dirty Money?
I think
I
it's
don't
30
know.
money.
I don't know.
A train to Paris. Wasn't it like
I can't-
midnight
I
train
can't
to
keep
Paris?
I don't-
I think the song was called Dirty Money.
All I know is
think that
Danny
was Diddy.
Kane.
I think that was Diddy stuff.
It was
That's what
Diddy's.
we
That's what
talking
we
about.
saying. Everybody that he produced and brought up, you don't know where they at.
Talking about some of his songs that y'all was saying.
But no, what I was saying was, it's that he formed a group with.
Yeah, two ladies.
Oh yeah, it's called Dirty Money. It
There
was
you
a
go.
duo with Dawn Richard and Kalina Harper.
Oh yes, I remember those two girls. And then Dawn Richards, didn't she like break out and did some solo stuff after that?
She did, and then she got all that plastic surgery, and she does not
Then
look
she
the
don't
same.
even look like the
Totally
same
different.
person. Yeah, man.
are
Scary.
you?
And
now.
I think she thought that was going to help her, but it did
It didn't.
Yeah,
That's
it
scary.
did not help her.
she was the one that was from New Orleans.
I think so.
Making the band.
Yep, I think so.
Then
And she was
Kalina
talented
Harper.
too. All of them really were, but it's just nobody really like stood out. Like, ooh, they need to go solo. So
And
I
then
don't know.
Kalina, I never heard her sing. She did the love and hip hop thing, and
Right, and then that's it.
that's it. Yeah.
Where are they now?
well, you know
They need to
that's
do
a
whole
show.
special.
But that's a show. Where are
Making
they
the
now?
band. Where
know
are
that-
they now?
They may have
This
done
is
it.
the part that gets me.
They done had babies and
They live
baby
life.
daddies living life right now.
Yeah, but that's the thing, because they have like these one-hit wonders and stuff, but they be living lavishly, like
Yeah.
years later,
Because they have
lavishly.
because they made a
Investment.
lot of money off of those
They
singles.
invested.
Those singles are still being played.
If you
all
ever,
over the
if you
world
see
right
a
now.
singer, if you see a singer that ain't had a hit out since the '80s, they did well with when they got the money. Or in some cases, they marry money.
Yeah, yeah.
It's sometimes it's not there. Sometimes they marry into it. So
Right. This-
because you're in a different
Oh,
rim.
my gosh.
What?
Go ahead, I'll tell y'all.
Okay,
Yeah,
because
but-
they're in a different tax bracket, so they attracting different people. So I think that's another thing.
All
too.
of the Black Ink Crew fans is back on for a new season.
Which one?
Black
Regular
Ink?
one?
The regular one.
I like Chicago. Black Ink regular was too much. Black Ink Chicago, I thought, like, okay, Black Ink, the regular one. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. So Black Ink Chicago, I felt like to me at first, they seemed a little more polished, a little more together. But then they got ratchet too.
Girl.
They were good at first. I was like, okay, Black Ink Chicago. Now they just
all
as
that
ratchet,
shit
child.
ratchet.
No.
Yeah,
I don't
watch
watch none of it now.
Yeah, I don't
I think the last
All of it is ratchet.
the last Black Ink Crew Black Ink Crew Chicago that I saw was when dude like went to another shop and he let the other ones keep the other shop, and then it was like some animosity there, and I was like, okay, this
Right.
is just
Well, yeah, C's got a lot of
drama.
shops around now. So,
Yeah.
he
Oh,
has
it
a lot.
does.
And then, the last night somebody broke in 125th Street.
Wow.
And they saying it was Walt.
Walt.
Yes.
Not Walt.
They saying Walt did it. I'm like, oh, Lord. To be continued.
To be continued.
And then couples retreat or therapy is on, and your crew, Princess and Ray J on there.
Oh my god.
So they trying one more time.
They trying one more time.
I don't get
Kirk and
that.
Rashida in there.
Ugh.
Delicious and the dude from.
Why? I thought they had a good thing going.
Well, I guess she's having an issue with him with the intimacy and just.
Oh, he can't. Oh no.
I mean,
not
the-
yet.
Oh.
They just he's just not loving.
Caring,
It's not
loving,
affectionate.
not affectionate. There's a lot of people
But
like
that's
that.
what, okay, so this is what people have to look at, like, understand. Because I had this conversation with someone. He was in prison for a bit
a
of
long
time.
time.
And I remember someone telling me that her husband didn't show her any compassion. And I was like, well, He was in prison for quite a long time.
And he had to mentally.
As a teenager.
Yeah.
When he was 19. This guy was younger.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm not trying to be mean, but I don't think they're handing out compassion in prison.
No, because you can't be compassionate.
So,
you got to survive.
When you come out of prison as a grown man, went in as a kid, and you come out as a grown man,
that's been conditioned.
Where along that journey did you learn compassion?
Right. And he said that. He was like, I was in prison for a long time at a young age.
Right.
And so to me, it's one of those things where you have to truly understand who you're marrying.
Right.
And I tell people all the time, I don't care about such and such past. No, but you should.
Yeah, because that makes who they
hold
are.
Them accountable, accountable to that, but to understand what you're getting yourself into,
right?
What triggers they have, what's normal for them. All of that makes a difference.
It makes a huge difference.
So when you're marrying someone who has been in prison for 10 plus years.
Yes, a lot.
Or they went in when they were little, and they came out
pretty much grew up in jail.
That's a lot of work that you have to work with,
and you have to understand it's a culture for they can't. It's like dropping somebody in a foreign land, who hasn't dealt with the norms and the culturally what we've been going through, and we can't relate to what they've been going through.
Exactly.
It's like killed or be killed. I mean, that's like,
that's what I'm saying.
And then it's Yandy and Mendici in there. Like Yandy is the host.
Yeah.
And then there's Michael Blackston. And
he's
Cambodian
a nut.
girlfriend now.
He's a nut.
They have like an open relationship, so they do
interesting.
threesomes, foursomes, all of that.
So why they got problems?
This is Michael Blackston.
Right. See, that's the thing.
This is Michael Blackston. Yes.
This is the thing.
They shouldn't have problems based on
they that free.
Well,
if they that free,
she's having an issue with him. Going by himself and doing things.
Well, you shouldn't tell him he can do it.
Right.
Yeah, and she.
Well, the thing is with that is you have to really define the rules.
Yes.
Well, they
when
say
you're
that they
talking.
had an agreement that she gets to pick, but he was saying that that she's always picking the one that ain't got no booty. They look.
Well, duh. I mean,
stupid.
she's still your wife. She don't want to pick somebody that's better than her. Like, come on now.
That's why.
That's why you just don't
I've
introduce
heard
that.
Couples who have been in this lifestyle and they come to a point where they're like, "Don't do it."
Mm-hmm.
It sounds cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
But
after a while,
there's different levels. So you have people who they enter into a polyamorous relationship altogether. Like that's from the beginning. This is the agreement. Then you have married couples who decide they want to spice things up and they want to bring other people into the bedroom or to the relationship as a whole.
Right.
People underestimate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Opening that up.
Power.
The strength of what marriage really is. You could be with somebody for 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
And you marry them, and that takes y'all to a whole nother level. People look at marriage as just a piece of paper, and it's so much more than that. And so people underestimate that power. And so you can think, oh, it's okay, but jealousy is going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's
It's
normal
happening.
human behavior. Who wants to... I don't know.
It always happens. Look at Sister Wives. The whole thing just blew up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's always going to be some
happen
issue.
eventually.
It's not. Yeah,
It's not
that's the end.
sustainable.
That's the end result of it. It's not going to end well. It's just not going to end well.
I remember watching this show on this documentary on Prime. I think it's called Polygamy, and it's about a black couple. It's like only 30 minutes. But it's about a black couple. So they were pastors.
Oh wow!
Wow!
And then they decided to leave
Both
the
of
church.
them were pastors?
And they decided to leave the church. And then they entered in polyamory. So then they invite this, either she was mixed or Hispanic lady, younger lady, into the situation. Now, let me just paint this picture for you. The wife was like a big old, like, Amazon, tall, manly looking, short hair, like, you would be like, is it a man? Is it a woman?
Oh, wow.
Like, what's going on?
That's scary.
And then she had a whole lot, she just had that real eccentric look. Then you get this other exotic looking young thing. She's smaller. She's very feminine. all of this. Now the wife is bigger than the husband.
Oh, wow.
You know, all this stuff.
That's
So
why that
naturally,
manhandling.
so the wife brought the girl in, and they had a thing, and then she brought the husband into it, and the husband started falling for the lady, thinking like, well, hey, we all in a relationship.
Right.
And then the wife got mad, broke everything up. The girl ended up having to go live back with her grandma.
Oh,
because
Lord.
the girl, they brought the girl
So
in.
she was living with him.
Yeah, she was basically like a caretaker. She was doing the cooking and taking care of the kids and doing all this stuff. And then
The kids is confused. Like, who is this woman in
the
our
bell.
house?
It's time for you to come in.
yeah, and so then
So she came in to service the wife.
I like it.
yeah,
In
she
the
was
beginning.
wife.
So the wife wanted her.
Yes.
Oh,
And
so
then, but see,
yeah.
it was her and the wife.
It
first,
was
so
her and the wife.
introduced the whole idea.
Did the
And
wife
then
put on the
she-
strap on?
They didn't go through all of that.
They ain't tell you.
Always
I don't think
gotta
they
go
went-
there.
Always.
Come on.
Just leave it to imagination. She already said the woman looked manly. And she was bigger than the husband, and she brought this
Just
petite, cute
imagine.
little girl. So we just gonna make assumptions that she was.
She did what
So
she did.
Okay,
then she
we gonna
brought
make
the
assumptions.
husband in. She
People
told the
wanna know.
husband she wanted him.
No,
to be
you
a part
wanna
of
know.
this.
Yeah.
And then when he obliged and started falling for
And
the
then
lady,
he
and
was
they
falling.
started doing their own thing.
See?
Then she felt some sort of
Of
way.
course
But
she did.
This was not a threesome. This was actually a full relationship. They were all in relationships together. So then she started feeling some type of way. So then they had to kick the girl out. Girl had to go back and live with her grandma.
God dang.
And then when they realized how much she was like contributing to the house,
They
her
brought her back.
cooking and the kids and stuff, then they started begging and pleading for her to come back. I don't think she had moved back in, but I think she started like coming back around.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know
It
how.
went left, y'all.
Let me
Y'all heard
say
that?
this.
It
I'm
went
putting
left
this.
and came
I'm putting
right
this
back
on
around.
record. When I get married, ain't none of that going down.
Girl, here.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
No.
None
You
of
better
that?
you better do all the dirt you want to do before you say I do to me.
Yep.
Cause that ain't happening,
Just
sir.
said that. I said,
Nothing.
go sow your wild oats.
Do what you got
have
to
your
do.
HOE phase.
Do everything. Do
Do
everything.
everything you need to do, because once we marry, that's
No,
it. I
that's
don't even share
no.
my food, okay?
No.
You ain't gonna share your food with your man?
No.
I eat his food and my food.
You know that's the woman
Wow.
way. You know that's the woman way.
He knows
Oh, wow.
he knows to get more food, enough for me, because I want to eat his food and I want to eat my food too.
There it is.
All I'm saying is, I listen. I ain't knocking nobody. If that works for
Please
you
don't
and
knock
your
these people.
family, do your thing.
Don't knock the people.
It ain't none of my business. It ain't none of my business. But it's
Yeah.
just not
But
something I'm
this is the
interested
thing,
in.
I
Not
don't-
at
But
all.
this is
Not
I
at
don't. Y'all do what y'all want to do, but don't sit out here and act like it's the answer.
The bit, yeah.
It's
the
not.
best thing, because they have problems just like we have
Yeah,
problems.
absolutely.
So let's just be clear.
Everybody
that
has problems.
Relationships
It's
come with
hard.
problems.
It's hard.
So opening up your relationship and doing all of this is not going to make the relationship better.
No, because you need to
Like
work
more
on the
problems.
It's gonna
relationship.
make
You're
it
just
worse.
adding more
You
to it.
adding more
Yeah.
emotions,
Adding the person.
adding more drama.
Yep.
So
Just
let's
deal
not
with the
sit here and
person.
play these
A lot of
games.
work, boy. Y'all about to
And act like it's
pass
the
out
best
with
thing.
one. Somebody two.
Right. You can't even handle me. Now you talking about bringing another
And, you
woman
know,
in it.
And yeah, with all these women, don't forget you got to take care of.
Yeah.
And
Well, what about
take
that?
care of 'em.
It was a show where a guy
What
had
that
like
mean?
6 or 7 women that was just waiting on him, and they was shifts. And
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
then they had their
Yeah.
own place, and like they would live with him, and they had
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
It was a
Sister,
show.
sister, wives?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just remember it was a black guy. It
That's
was
what
a
I'm talking
black
about.
guy.
He got his stuff together.
And the women came in
Yeah.
shifts, and some even came the same time. You know, one
Yeah.
would do this, the other would do that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I had my own experience with
Yeah.
that. So I met this guy. This is in DC. I met this guy years ago.
Yeah.
Really nice guy, but he was, he had been married since high school, so he never really dated. He never had, So I knew. I was like, oh, you need to play a little bit because you've been married for a long time. And so
You
we were
was supposed to
friends. We were
play.
friends. And so he was like, look, Tanya, I'm just having fun. If you want to roll with me, whatever. So we ended up just being friends. And he invites me to a football party. And at the time, I didn't have a car because I didn't need one. I was in DC. And he's like, hey, when you come, I was like, oh, I'm on the way. I'm going to catch the metro. He's like, all right, I'll scoop you up. So he scoops me up from the metro. We get to the house, and it's 2 women. So one is in the kitchen, and one's upstairs watching the kids. So I'm just observing because I'm like, okay. And so I just kind of pull him to the side. I'm like, yo, what's going on? You got 2 ladies? Like, they know? He's like, yeah, they know. They know I'm just doing my thing, and one wanted to cook and one wanted to keep up the kids. I was like, oh, okay.
Feeling parties.
But let me tell you how it even got even weirder. So the party went on. These women are cooking, cleaning, waiting on people, keeping the house, just doing everything. And so I'm like, all right, I'm about to roll. He's like, well, I'll take you home. And I'm like, are you sure you want to leave and take me home at 10 o'clock at night with these 2 women in the house? And he was like, no, they good. And one of them was like, I'm not good. I'm leaving. So she left, but the other one didn't. Why this man take me to my house and then come in there talking about something? Well, you know, how you doing?
Oh,
I was like, sir, you got one at home. Go. I ain't gonna be part of your little harem.
Like he did, say.
Right? I
They
ain't
all
party.
right.
They all right. He was like, they all right. I get home when I get home. I'm like, I was like, nah, soup, no boo.
You want the snack, the
Gone.
meal,
Gone with that. Because
all.
I didn't want to be involved in that at all, right?
Yeah, that's messy.
I can't. That was too messy for me.
Close the door on that.
I did. And you know what's so funny? I think we were friends maybe a few months after that, but it just kind of fizzled out. Because I really think he just, listen, I ain't got no problem with it. That if they okay, they grown, they know what they signed up for, and you being totally honest about, hey, I ain't trying to settle down.
How does that look, right? So you got this man, you got 2 women at the crib,
And
one
you
cooking,
in
one taking-
you in my house
And
talking
then-
about something.
Well, no.
Oh.
Then once you get there, right, you see what he got going on, right? And then it's like, okay, well, now I'm curious. What the hell? It ain't like I'm ready to get the hell out of what the. You know what I'm saying? Cause
It was a party.
You said
No, I just enjoyed myself and ate and drank and watched the game.
Some other
and
people there.
It was a party. It wasn't just like the
Just
4
y'all.
of us. No, that would have been freaky.
It was
No, it was
I'm
a
thinking-
football party. It was a house full of people.
What you noticing that these women taking care of this kid and cooking for them? I mean, if it was a party, they just could have been in them damn body.
No. I knew
You
what
was
was
being
up.
too damn nosy.
No,
That's
he
what it
told me. He was
No,
like,
you
I got a
asked,
girl,
yeah.
I got the girl, I got old girl. Listen, this
So
codes.
you knew that they was already over there. When
No,
you
I
got
didn't know
there?
till I got there.
That's what I'm saying. You was
Right.
being
I
nosy.
thought I was coming to a party and
you
then
came to the freak show.
yeah, basically. But
That's what
it
I'm
was
saying.
all
It
good, but I was just like, oh,
You was
okay.
eating and drinking and watching it.
One was watching the kids, one was waiting on folks, cooking and
How
cleaning.
many
Watching the
kids
kids.
he got?
He had 2.
Watching the kids while all the party going on downstairs, so the
Yeah,
kids don't come downstairs.
exactly.
Don't come downstairs.
Yes, exactly.
Don't come down here.
I told him I was looking good. I was like, this, you ain't putting that on me because I might be in there being a sister wife and cleaning or
You
something.
was headed there.
I was like, nah, I'm
You was
not
headed
getting
there,
added to
Trying
the
to
roster.
recruit,
I was
You
not
was
trying to be on the
You was
roster.
headed on the roster. You was
And he
headed
was
there.
fine too, girl. 6'2", dark, bald,
That's why they
See,
clean.
that's what I'm saying.
Cleaning and cooking in that.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. Look at her.
just fine.
Look at her.
For no daggone reason.
And with the money to go with it,
And he had the money, he had the home,
he had the
everything.
house, the
That's
cars,
why they
the
in there
business.
cooking and
Bro, they was in there
You know what I'm
cooking,
saying?
cleaning.
Got the kids.
And listen,
And it's
I ain't mad at him.
Women do the same thing.
I'm not mad at if I could do that.
Women can
if
do the
I
same
have a
thing.
man pay my bills and the other one is taking
Look
care
here,
of my
man.
house. Hey,
Women can do the same thing, man. Y'all can do the same thing. Just don't be mad when they out there doing the same thing. That's all.
Yeah, well,
But that is for single people. Listen, if you are trying to get in a relationship, don't follow Tanya's footsteps. Okay.
listen, I didn't. I
Look
mean,
here,
because
man.
I
She
wanted
didn't
more.
know when she
I didn't know when I got there. I was like, yo, for real. And I mean, he told me, and I was just like, for real.
But listen,
For real?
this is. I
And
mean,
he was
single,
like, yeah.
If you in a single season, you can do what the hell you want to do. Okay.
Yes, but listen.
If you in a single season,
at the
you can do
time,
what the
I
hell
wanted
you
to
wanna
be
do.
in a
You can-
relationship, a monogamy.
Tanya,
I wasn't
Tanya,
interested in
Tanya,
his
Tanya,
harem
Tanya,
of women and be
Tanya,
part of the roster,
Tanya,
the rotation. It's your weekend now,
Tanya,
baby. What you want to
Tanya.
do? Keep
I
the
mean,
kids or
look.
clean my house? Which one you want to
Look
do?
here. Look here. It's chores got to be done over this big house. it's a bit a lot of house for
Yeah,
these
who
little
is
kids.
this? She said the fact is due to the million black men in U.S. prisons and the number of black men getting murdered by U.S. police.
That's right. It's a
Black
damn
women
shortage.
are outnumbered men 6
I
to
told
1.
him.
They must
It's more than that. 11
play
to 1.
roles in relationships. Okay.
That's the
It's
timber.
11 to 1.
Timber. Shouts out the timber.
That's what I'm trying to tell you,
Black
man. When
Power
it comes,
96.
I said this before, man. When it comes down to the ratio of good black men and
So what do
good
you
black
think the
women,
remedy is that? Should
Well,
women, should black women
it-
just start dating outside the race?
yeah.
Yep.
If that's what y'all, if y'all want a good man, if y'all want a good
I
man,
just don't find them attractive.
yeah, sometimes
That's
you might
my
have,
issue.
not even a good man, another
I've
two
done
different
it.
types of
I
men.
just don't
I
find them
have done
attractive.
it, and white people smell funny.
Oh, she in this smell funny
and
stuff.
when they
And I'm
take
not
a
trying to be
bath,
funny.
when they
Yeah,
get
no, it's
when they
true.
get
It's
when
a
they
different type.
Yeah.
Now the skin, I'm not gonna lie, their skin is really, really soft.
Oh my God!
Like-
Help us, Jesus!
like-
so it's black man skin.
No, not like this. I'm talking about
15 to
like
1.
like
It's 15 to 1 now. It used to be 11.
So listen, if it's
really
15 to
soft,
1,
but it smells.
you
funny.
might as well get.
smell
You might
funny.
as well
I've
become a
heard
sister
that.
wife.
No, 'cause I don't want a piece. I want the whole thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
but Tanya, think about it. If you're dating a
Harry.
man, for 2 years, right? You have a piece of him. You don't have all of him. If you date a man for 3 years, you got a piece of him. You ain't got all. If you dating any damn body, you only have a piece. So you might as well share a man.
No,
Ain't nothing wrong with
that's
sharing
negative.
a man.
Antonio, I don't want to.
I don't want
There
to.
ain't nothing wrong with you not
I don't want
Ain't
to.
nothing wrong. Listen,
No.
ain't nothing wrong with people not wanting to do it, but when it comes down to what the solutions are and some of the
Well,
choices
how is
you
that
have,
a solution? That I'm
Well,
supposed to
just
get a
saying.
piece of a person?
Well, you're all.
I'm
listen,
not
like I
giving a
said,
piece of myself.
When you're dating a man, right? You're only getting a piece of him, and when you're
But
you're
that's
only
'cause
giving a
you're
piece of yourself
dating.
too. You're only giving a piece of yourself
But
too.
that's because you're dating. But if you're dating
If
with
you-
intention to marry, you don't want.
that
the
might
end
be the
reason.
problem. That might be the problem.
Oh,
That might
Lord,
be the
that's the
problem.
problem. Okay.
The problem
I'm not sharing. I'm sorry.
Okay, so the
No.
thing is this, right? You go into a relationship, right? And you talk about marriage, and then what happens is you get these expectations, and then it's not the genuine and authenticity leaves a lot sooner in the relationship.
Because I want to get married. Because he can have 14 other women. That's why he don't want to get married.
No, because the focus leaves. So now when I'm thinking about marriage, all the fun, all of the good things that I want to just do for you out the blue, you know what I'm saying? When I do these things, now you're going to be thinking about, I'm getting married. You can have that thought, right? You can have that thought, right? Let the man know in the beginning, okay, yeah, I want to get married, but then drop that on him, but then let that go. Let it go, right? Tell him what your intentions are. If he want to continue to date you, he will, with the intentions that he know that you want to get married, right?
Yeah.
He'll know that.
Yeah, I don't have that. That's not a problem for me.
Well, what I'm saying is this right here. In the process of the relationship, right, you cannot have a timetable set to
But
be
what is-
getting
what
married.
does not wanting
And
to
then-
share have to do with a timetable?
So
I'm not even talking about
I'm finna
that.
get to that. I'm finna
Okay.
get to that. So in that time frame that you're dating this person and you let him know you want to get married and you dating and all this stuff, you're sharing. Because there is no part there, even if I'm just saying, because you don't have all of him,
I'm
and you're not,
hoping
and
I'm
you're
not
not,
sharing.
and you're not
I don't-
married,
Committed
and you're not married,
relationship.
Yeah.
and committed relationship.
sharing
Hold on,
nothing.
wait, listen. A committed relationship is just like a what? Say it. It's like a what?
No.
It's just like a marriage.
No, it's
yes, it
different.
is.
It's a
Yes, it is.
different-
No, it's
No,
not.
it's
No, it's
different.
not.
You ain't
No,
doing
it's
all
not.
this.
No, it's
If
not.
you
If
are-
you-
okay,
let's talk about it.
I hear
Let's
what you're
talk about
saying.
it.
I
Let's
hear
talk
what you're
about
saying.
it.
When you're
Is it not?
dating, you're sharing.
You're
we
sharing.
know this
That's
because
right.
he's
Because
dating
he might
somebody
be
else.
dating
I'm dating somebody else. That's it.
That's right.
But when you have
That's
had
right.
that conversation and said, now we are going to be dating
Exclusive?
each other exclusively.
Okay, so is that not like a marriage, y'all?
It
No,
is.
it's
It
not.
is the
It
beginning
is.
of.
No, it's
the beginning.
Because
It's the
Yes, it
beginning of the
is.
A
process.
marriage is we're sharing bills, we're sharing a house.
And when you do that,
sharing all of these different things.
when a man
You're
start
dating
putting that thing on you, and he coming to your house, you gonna want him to start paying some bills because you're gonna be cooking, you're gonna be cleaning, you're gonna be washing his clothes every now and then. You might be
No.
doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then you're gonna want some money from him.
No.
And then, so listen,
'cause
if
I
that's the
don't do
case,
all
then
that.
why do women want stuff from
I
men
have
if they're
to
not
agree with
married?
Antonio. I
Why
have
do
to
men?
agree.
Why do women ask for stuff from men if they're not married to them? Then
I don't know. It sounds like you're
it
going
sounds
through
like
that.
it
That's
sounds
why
like,
you're getting
it
so
sounds like a
I know.
double standard.
I know you
It sounds
guys
like some
are
bullshit.
gonna
It
be
sounds some bull.
surprised, but I have to admit he's right.
It sounds
when
like a
you
damn
get
marriage.
into the relationship
When
and
you
saying,
commit and be
we're
exclusive with
committed
somebody,
to each other,
that's a marriage. So that's
there
why
is an
people
expectation.
put money and everything else into that relationship because they feel like this is the one. So I don't give a damn what you
No, I
feel
agree.
or whatever.
I agree.
You
The
can't tell me that the
expectation
time that you
changes.
spend with this person,
The expectation
you're not thinking that this is the
changes
person you're gonna
when
marry.
you say
it goes on
we're
the love of the
dating
person. You wanna be with the person.
You can't tell me that.
No.
No,
There is a level. I'm
no.
sorry.
There's a difference.
If I'm
It's
in a
not a
relationship,
difference.
if I'm dating you, then I don't have expectations that
Expectations.
you're going to take care of me.
Yeah,
but
that's
if
what I'm
we
saying.
decide we're going to be a couple,
Couple?
then
Right.
I am expecting you to
To
say,
do this, to
baby,
do that.
I'm
You
gonna
want
pay
some
the
bills?
bills.
You want me to
Baby,
do this?
I want you to cook
me to do
and
that?
clean.
Yep,
No.
exactly.
No.
So
No.
and
No.
that's
No.
and this is
No.
where the dilemma comes
No.
in
No.
relationships
No.
because
No.
most people
No.
look at it like a damn like it's
not
dating.
that. No.
Because you're still
you
considered
don't do certain
single.
things,
You're still
but-
considered
Single
single
until you marry.
until you're married. But
You're
when you get
single
but
until
when
you're
you
married.
but when we get into these relationships, we want to put a claim on this person and don't want him to do or her to do anything with anybody else. So that
Exactly.
sounds like a damn marriage to me.
No,
without
if you're dating
damn certificate.
exclusively,
No, we are
if
talking
you're
about
dating-
exclusively.
If you're dating exclusively, ain't nobody asking you to pay no bills.
Oh yes,
I
they
am.
are.
I
Oh yes,
am.
they are.
I am.
You not paid.
Can
I
I
am.
talk, please?
That's not you.
Damn.
That's
If
you.
you,
Hey,
yelling like you crazy.
you do this all the time. Stop it. You need to stop.
So,
You do this all the
at the
time.
end of the day, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, just because you're dating someone exclusively, that does not mean that you're taking on their debt. That doesn't mean you have to take on their bills. That does not mean you have to take care of them. In my opinion, dating exclusively saying, I've been dating other people. I've decided that you're someone that I feel like I could go the distance with. So I'm entering into this exclusive relationship, giving you my attention, you're giving me yours, and we're leaving everybody else out here.
Right.
And whatever
That's what
happens
I'm saying,
after
yeah.
there happens. But I don't know where this expectation came from, that because we're in a relationship, you're supposed to pay my bills and I'm supposed to pay yours.
It came from
That's-
tradition.
No,
From
because-
following
that's
suit.
not
Understand we're
dating
there for
From
each
following
other if we
suit.
have an
Yes,
issue.
but I'm not responsible for you
better
until
listen.
I say I do. I
better
don't
listen.
expect no man to pay
better
no
listen.
bill, because first of all, you're not going to pay no bill in my house, because that means you're going to feel like you're going to be calling the shots.
Well,
and
then-
you ain't
okay.
calling no shots.
Like when you guys living
Okay.
together though, and you're not married.
I
Yeah.
only lived with
Okay.
one guy, and I will never do that again.
Okay.
The next
But
guy that I ever live with, we're going to be married.
Yeah, when you
Okay.
guys are living together, you gonna be paying.
Yes,
the
if
bill.
you're living together, that's
Okay.
a one thing.
I'm just
But
playing
if-
tennis.
If you
Okay.
got your house and I got my house,
Okay.
I should not be expecting you to pay for me if you got your own place to
Oh
stay.
well, Paige, you special. Cause that ain't how it go, baby.
Well-
that ain't how it is out here in St. Peter's in these St. Pete
Well,
streets.
I'm not from St. Pete.
Well,
I'm a
that's what I'm
different
telling you
breed
right
of
now.
woman.
In these St. Pete streets, that ain't how it is, baby. And I've been here 39 years. They want you to pay whether you got your own or not. Whether you got your own or not, you still need to be breaking them off because you break it because you get some of that
No,
tight.
thank you.
Yeah, I was just
No, thank
Oh
you.
yeah,
No,
because you
I
get some of that.
don't-
Some of that.
no,
That's why I keep trying to
I
tell
don't
you
feel that
the
way.
difference in these women is, and you what you be saying, Paige, is totally different.
Well, I'm
it's not. It's not
I'm
like
a
that.
different breed from these women.
They
then.
ain't, no,
'Cause
you.
That's not how I
You got
operate.
to pay. You got to pay to lay.
Yeah,
That's what it
if you-
is.
If you're shacking up,
You got to pay to lay.
No, you're not gonna. First of all, ain't nobody living with me no more.
It
Secondly,
ain't, you don't even gotta live with them. You
No,
don't even
but
gotta.
I don't-
This
I don't
nigga,
need
this
you to
man,
pay no
this
bill.
man ain't even gotta live with you. He ain't gotta live with you. He come over there every now and then, kick his feet up. You cook it every night, and you still, and somebody still gonna want some change, some change. Cause you know what else you got when you left here? You got some of this butt.
so I feel like this. If you come over to my house and I cook, when I come over to your house, it's your turn. Either you cook or you buy dinner. Like, to me, it's reciprocal. I am not one of those people that feel like, oh, you have to fit the bill, or you have to pay this, or you have to do that, or do this or that. Because at the end of the day, you got your whole life, and you got bills that you got to take care of.
This is what man
I'm
jacked up right now.
Woman, and I can take care of my own self and my bills, and I'm not looking for no man.
It sounds good. It sounds real good, man. But that ain't how these women living out here, man, in 2021, baby.
Because you're not my husband. When you become my husband, then that obligation to take care of me comes into the play. But until you become my husband, I'm not obligated to take care of you, and you're not obligated to take care of me. You got your own bills, and I got mine.
Oh, well, preach, sister. Preach. Drop it on them. Drop it on them, because they need to hear. That's the difference between marriage and dating exclusively, and people got to twist it up real bad. Let them know they got to twist it up, Paige. Because that's what's going on these days, and this is what's happening out here in these streets. They expect everything.
Marriage benefits, and y'all ain't got nothing on paper. Y'all ain't got it even in. So the thing is, if you are not married, don't expect marriage benefits. Period.
But listen, if you want to give something up, do it because you want to do it. Don't do it expecting nothing in return. And that's where the problem comes in at a lot of times with these people, men and women. They do something, and then they expect something in return when they do it. That's when they get their feelings hurt.
That's true.
This when your feelings get hurt.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do it, because I did. Yeah. But this is what I tell people all the time. I do stuff because I want to do it, and it make me feel good when I do it. Regardless of what you feel or what you want or whatever, I'm gonna do it because it make me happy.
Right.
That's why I did it in the first place. Right. It had nothing to do with the way you was pouting, the way you was moaning and groaning and bitching and this and that and whatever.
Yeah, you wanted to do it.
It's because I want to do it, and that's what people fail to realize. You know what I'm saying? They take advantage of that. They would take advantage of that.
Well, because it's like, you do it out the kindness of your heart.
That's right.
And then they make it an expectation.
That's right.
Now I expect you to do that.
Keep doing it.
And it's like,
keep doing it.
That is
keep
not
doing
like,
it.
for real. Like, in order for us to have better relationships as a whole, we have to stop expecting marriage benefits from dating.
Yes.
Period.
I agree. I totally agree with that.
You're dating to get to know someone. You're dating to decide, do I even want to marry you?
Right.
We date exclusively because, I don't know about y'all, but it's very hard for me to really understand who I like if I got
so
there's so much juggling, but men can do that.
Because you decided, like, okay, this is the
we can do that.
Yeah, men can do that. Men can do that. They know how to.
Yeah.
So my thing is, let me get to know you better. We spending time together. I see how you operate. I see how you troubleshoot life, how you troubleshoot, problems, how you spend your money, all of that. It does not take you living with a person to see those things. You can learn a lot about a person by just observing. And if you want to see how they live, just pull up. Just knock on the door. Hey, I came to bring you some food today. You know? And if the house looks like hell, then you already know what to expect on a regular basis. You ain't got to live with nobody to know how they live.
And I agree with you. Totally agree with you. But I think we being women, have this mental perception of what a man is supposed to do, provide, and be in our lives. And it goes way back to, and I say this all the time, we got these goddamn stupid Disney movies that has women thinking you got to be damsel in distress and pretty and perfect and perfect lips and all this stuff. And he's just going to come in your life and he's going to just whisk you off your feet and y'all going to live happily ever after. And that is so wrong and so not what the hell's going on right now. And
it's so not Cinderella.
And it's not. And society has us believing that we are not nothing but a wife. We can't be nothing else. We are designed to meet the husband and get married and have some babies. There is no other expectation. And if you're not married with children, then something wrong with you. That's another cultural misconception that women have to deal with. So that's why I feel like the roles have reversed. Things have gone array because we're settling because there's less men available. We're doing these crazy things because we want to be in a relationship, whether it's some, half, many, not, whatever.
Yeah.
Because that's the pressure of, oh, you ain't got a man. What's wrong with you?
Right. Somebody.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what's your deal, right?
Right.
So I say, that's why we meet men and we're instantly, oh, we gonna get married and we gonna have kids, because we're blinded by we got to be in a relationship by any means necessary. And that's where all this stuff gets all discombobulated. When we should be like, okay, I want a man to be, you got your little must-haves and things like that. But then you have to say to yourself, okay, like she said, pull up. Date him through all 4 seasons. My mother used to tell me that all the time. You date a man, you want to see him when he's mad. You want to see how he deals with conflict. You want to see how he deals with his money. You date him until okay, when the rubber meets the road, this man got my back.
Right.
That's the kind of way you should be dating, right?
Yeah, but then
And it doesn't require
and
you
then
to
if it
live
doesn't
with them,
match,
though.
and if it doesn't match, then it doesn't work. Walk away.
Yeah, that's
Right,
great.
and
That's
it
walk
doesn't require
away.
you to
That's-
live with them though. There's
that's-
so much you can learn about a person by just observing. You don't
Yeah,
have to
but
live with
we
them.
got
But
the
we feel
shades on 'cause we want it to be roses
We gotta
and-
live
yeah.
with them to see. No,
No,
you don't.
you don't have
can,
to.
Listen, and Charlene said people are great pretenders. I agree, but people can only pretend for so long.
Yes, honey. Just weigh
People
him
can
out.
only
You'll
pretend
find
for so
out.
long. My
90
thing
days.
is,
You'll
let me
know in
tell
90
you,
days.
Having lived with a person and having to move out and separate and do that in itself feels like a divorce.
Yeah.
We gotta separate this and we gotta separate that.
Right,
And
right.
who
Who's
take
taking
over
this?
bill?
Who's taking the
Who gonna
dog?
do this?
Who's taking
I
this?
don't have
Yeah.
time for that. I don't want to do that no more. So we don't have to live with a person to learn them.
Just pay
Spend
attention.
time with them.
Pay
Spend
attention.
time with them.
I mean, I agree with all that, but it was more so me just saying that people have expectations when they get in these relationships, whether it's a dating relationship or exclusive relationship. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? For men, right? We know what it is out here, right? When we deal with women, we know that, okay, well, sometimes we might have to wine and dine. Sometimes we might have to, listen. When you listen, right, in the beginning, we do some good listening now. You feel what I'm saying? And
Women don't listen, though.
Charlene said about pretenders, right? Listen to this now. She said something about pretenders now. Listen to this. You have a man that is attracted to you, that begins a journey with you, takes you out, dates. He listens. He's like, oh yeah, I like to go walks on the. You said to this man, oh, I like to go walks on the beach. Next thing you know, y'all walking on the beach.
Right, because he's doing everything he can.
He's doing everything he can, right, to get you, right?
We know.
But then, right, and obviously he like you to a point to where he's listening to you. Now, this is what women fall off at. They'll get into the relationship and they'll say the man don't listen. But he been listening from the beginning. But then there are conversations where y'all start to talk, and he starts to get to know you, right? And you get to know him. And then some of that stuff he starts to pull back on because now you're so aggressive with this marriage thing. Oh yeah, I got to get married. I got to do this. He's not opposed to marriage, right? But he's like, well, baby, we just getting to know each other first. Let's just, if because marriage normally falls on people that just normally fall in love. A chemistry is there, and it happens like that. People say, yeah, you can fall in love with somebody and get married. I don't know people who got married in 3 weeks, got married in 2 days, got married in an hour, got married in that first sight. So so the conversation doesn't necessarily have to always go in that direction. You see what I'm saying? Because if the connection is right, the man is going to want to marry your ass any damn way. So a lot of times women don't realize. We know that y'all been in in many relationships. We know that y'all have heartbreak. We know that y'all have trauma. We know that most men, right? So when we having these conversations with you guys, we want to be that savior for you if we're trying to get in a relationship with you.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So sometimes you gotta focus on just the day that you're spending that
So
time.
live in the
with him.
present is what you're saying.
Living in the present is the
And
best
enjoy
thing
it.
to
And
do.
see, that's what I
And
say to
then
a lot
there
of
is
people.
and there is
if it
no
happens-
timeline because majority of the time the man is going to want to continue to make sure he is proving himself to you worthy. You see what I'm saying? And if there is no pressure there, because a lot of times men have come from a lot of pressure.
I don't agree with rushing them. Yeah,
Pressure. Women coming up. Oh, I want to get married. I want to be married. Or this, or baby mama trouble, or something. When a man gets with a woman, he thinks that woman is going to be his peace.
Okay.
First and foremost, not his headache. Not the person that's gonna always be, he come in the house is this, is this. You need to clean up this. You need to do this. You need to do this. No, I'm a grown man, just like you're a grown woman, right? We working together at this, right? Right? If you, it works in both. It works in so many ways where all the pieces just fall together by each other, by you two being able to help each other along the journey, right? So along this journey, right, you may have a child. I don't have any children that live with me, right? Right? So you may have children. I don't. So in the process of our relationship or journey, right, I'm going to take on the role of helping out with this child. Now you see my help might be with cleaning up the house, cleaning up these clothes, doing something like that. But you nagging about that when you see I'm taking on this other role over here. But you don't have it in your mind to say, you know what? I can just go ahead and do this. This ain't nothing. This ain't because he is doing something that is impactful to my seed, who I also want him to love, or her to love, right? But what I will do is I'll disrupt the peace because this little petty ass whatever over here, he ain't got on yet, whatever, right? But or she ain't got on yet, right? Or whatever. So in the process of the journey, right, you are helpmates. You are there to assist each other, to help each other, to look out for each other. And in the process of that, right, you will find a mate that you will say is compatible, that you can do things with, you can talk to, you can whatever with, but the conversations are not about necessarily down the line. It's more so in the present of what's happening today, what's happening now, what's happening, and how can we make this today the best day of our life or for the moment. You see what I'm saying? And not always making an issue and then it lingering on, or you know what I'm saying? It's always a consistent issue. So if I see it's a problem, I will fix the problem. You will catch on to it eventually and say, you know what, now let me go ahead and grab this too. That's what I'm saying. Today might be your day. Tomorrow my day. It's not. We have these expectations that are too high for our own damn selves.
Okay.
And that's one of the things that we don't look at. We don't reflect on that. Some of the things that we won't even say to ourselves, you know what, I can see myself doing that too. Let me go ahead and do that. Let me take care of that. So, when we're talking about expectations and getting in these relationships, slow down. We know that we know some of us are in our late 30s, in our 40s, reaching these peak ages, but that still ain't gonna make it move no faster. It still ain't gonna happen no quicker. So what we have to do is we have to relax. We have to damn relax in these relationships, and we have to realize we have to relax. And then what we also have to do is realize that the person that we're in this relationship with is more valuable than anything that I may have right now. If I look at this person and value this person, this person is valuable to me, right? So I will want to do whatever I can to make this person happy. And this, sacrificing that. And then I'm not going to talk about the sacrifices I made if I really care about this person. That's one of the problems that we have in our culture. We'll do something, and then we'll want somebody to praise us after we done did it. And you're supposed to do it because you want to do it. And that's why I said earlier, I do things because I want to do it.
Right.
Not because you asked me to do it. Because I wanted to. And if you asked me, and I did it, it's because I wanted to do it. But I can easily tell you no. And feel okay with that.
Okay.
You know, so we get into these relationships and it's just like a marriage.
Because we make it that way.
Because that's what we've conditioned
so.
us. That's what we've been around in these environments. You know, our parents have made it that way. Our aunts have made it that way. Our grandparents have made it that way. Our society has made it that way.
But the thing is, I feel like you're contradicting yourself because you're saying when you get into these relationships, relax.
Yeah, relax.
And then you're saying, but we're supposed to be a helpmate and this and that. A helpmate is a marriage. That is not a relationship. That's not a dating.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Paige. When these people get into these relationships, it's like they're helpmates.
I'll let you have your whole monologue. Can I finish, please? I didn't say nothing over here.
You finally got a chance to get some breath.
What I was saying was, we sit there and we say, oh, this person's supposed to help me with this. They're supposed to help me with that. They're supposed to help me with this. But then, but we don't even talk about marriage. Well, we shouldn't be talking about doing all that extra either. If we're going to date, let's date. Let's, if we want to do something for the person, then we do it. If we don't want to, we're not obligated. You cannot get marriage benefits in dating and then be like, oh, but let's not talk about marriage. Which one you want? So if we're not married and we're not talking about marriage, I don't have to help you with your bills. I don't have to help you with your kids. I don't have to do anything except spend time with you and be around you. I can choose to do these things, but I don't have to do anything.
Sound like you repeat me.
And to me, that is the issue, is that when you say relax, exactly, relax. Take all them extra benefits off the table and work yourself there. If you spend enough time, especially at our age group, just take about a year and a half for you to decide if you want to marry somebody. You don't have to move in with them within that year and a half. Spend that time just getting to know them. That's all you have to do. You don't have to mail bills. You don't have to pay bills. You don't have to do any of that. Just spend that time getting to know the person and deciding, do I really want this person in my life forever? But the problem is we rush and we jump into these permanent situations and on shaky ground. We move into with each other after 4 months, 5 months. We're still on shaky ground. We still don't know each other. As Charlene said, we're talking about great pretenders. It's easy to pretend for 4 and 5 months, but a year and a half, it takes a little bit longer to do that. It doesn't hurt, and it's like, and I'm speaking to myself too. And rushing because, I'm out of time. I got to do this. I got to do that. That ruins the relationship. We take on too many serious things too soon. Early. If you're in debt, I'm sorry you're in debt. I can help you, connect you to people that can help you with that. But that ain't my debt. Yeah. I don't have to pay these bills. I don't have to do that. But I can connect you with resources that do. Like, we take on these wife and husband roles, and then in the same breath talk about, but we talk about marriage too early. But you're already performing married things.
You've been doing that your whole life. You've been doing that your whole life, and this is what I'm saying, Paige. You've been doing that your whole life, and wonder why you ain't married, because the same things have been happening. The same thing, the same cycle has been reoccurring.
That's why you have to switch it up. Like I used to be that type. I always just be like, I'm gonna cook for him. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Blah 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 blah. Like quote unquote auditioning to be a wife. If you get a meal, you get a meal. If you don't. And it's more like if I decide to cook and you just so happen to be in my vicinity, then you can have something to eat.
Right.
You know, when it comes to washing clothes and doing all that, I don't do that. In my last relationship, he washed our clothes, and I was like, great. And it just so happened to be, it wasn't like I have to do it. Just so happened to be clothes need to be washed. Just put the clothes. Like, no, I'm not doing all of that. I'm not performing to be a wife. I'm not auditioning to be a wife. I am already a wife.
Right. To the right one.
Exactly. So you don't have to be out here performing and doing and feeling like you got to do all of this stuff. But the right one will notice. But
in rebuttal to that, that's why it's people say that. But there's 15-1. So what does a woman do? Does she do wifely duty so she could be on the roster at the top?
No, because
she shouldn't. But I'm just saying this is what people are doing.
But this is the thing, and I wish I had the video. There's this poet. He got up and he said, "It's not. You can be the finest woman in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You could do everything for this man, and he still won't choose you."
Exactly.
He said because it's not about who does for the man. It's not about you being pretty and cooking and cleaning. It's about if you challenge him to be a better man.
Exactly.
When he look at his life and realize that he has gotten better because you're in it, that's when he gonna marry you.
Right.
It don't care what you look like. It don't care what you do.
And that's the truth. I've seen that happen.
It's about challenging him to be a better man.
Yeah, I definitely have seen that, and that's the truth. I mean, people have told me that. Like,
and so it's not being this pick me culture of I can cook and I can clean. Right. And I can do that.
That's what they think.
That's not it.
That's
it's
what
about,
they think.
do you challenge this man? Do you tell him no? Do you force him to be better? Does he want to be better around you?
And does he make you better?
Exactly.
Does he force you to be better?
Exactly.
And that's what. And sometimes that can be scary for both parties.
Yes, it is scary because as far as it forces you, like I said this another day, getting into a serious relationship that's leading to marriage requires you to be a person that you've never been before.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And a lot of us are afraid of that.
We got a caller. We ain't got but 3 minutes. Who? Let's go.
Oh boy.
Hello. Power Plug Radio.
First time caller. We on Power Plug Radio. What's up?
Man, I've been over here going crazy listening to this.
What's happening, Bobo?
Who is it?
You already know who it is.
From Trap Chronicles.
What's up, girl?
Tonight at 10:30.
Blow my top. I'm about to blow my top over here.
That's
Can't
Go
be
ahead.
serious right
Speak
now.
your
Are you
piece.
serious? Are you joking or are you serious, Paige?
What? Am I joking?
You can't be serious with this. Listen, what? You're not gonna. Y'all want a man to protect you, right?
Yes.
And you saying you're not going to do any wifely duties, or you don't see how people do all this stuff too early. So you go out on a date with a dude and he see a man slap you in your face and he walks off. But he's not supposed to do no manly stuff or husband things in the beginning.
That's not
These are, how am I going to... No, I'm just saying, period. You're saying like nobody's supposed to show people who you are. If you're not doing something, that's not you. Some people are people who cook, clean, and all that. I'm not going to not do it to see where you at. I'm going to be who I am. So if you're not a cooking or cleaning woman, then what am I going to think? Well, maybe if I give her a ring, she's going to cook and clean?
No, that's not what I was saying. What
are you saying?
I was saying is we have women out here who are auditioning to be a wife. They feel like they have to cook and clean to become a wife, and you don't have to do that. It has nothing to do with cooking and cleaning. It's about challenging the person to be a better individual. That's why we trivialize it to these roles of cooking and cleaning, and it has nothing to do with that at all.
The word you're using, challenging, that's like, and as far as being a man, that word challenging is just,
is a trigger.
It's the trigger.
Well, I'm using what a man said. I was quoting what another man said. Another man said that a man marries a woman that challenges him to be a better man. A challenge does not necessarily mean that it's a bad thing. Right. A challenge means that I see something in you that you may not see in yourself, and I'm going to poke at that to make you a better person. It's not a bad thing.
Bobo, we gotta go, baby. It's 10 o'clock. Hey,
No.
hey, make sure y'all tune in to Trap Chronicles. He will continue the conversation.
Yeah,
from,
maybe
everybody.
we'll call in.
Hey, so we're gonna get out of here today, man. We glad y'all was able to listen to us today on Power Plug Radio.
Man, you should have called earlier.
Today, man. We wish you would have called earlier to chime in, cuz.
Right.
But listen, we out of here. See y'all tomorrow.
You're listening to Power Plug Radio. Home of your throwback jams.
Yo, when you see something ill, you know what I mean? Anything ill you see is woke. Have a big 6 at the curb, that's woke, okay? Especially if you got the fully equipped kid on it, it's woke. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I had this bad town, she was woke. Had me up in the head, I mean. Want the diamonds and pearls, I mean. Should've seen them shining on the wrist. Now money ain't a problem, see my dough is like. Pulled out my bankroll on y'all like. Lost the root shrimp from 210.